You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kind of like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous.
All right. All right, guys. I am still, testing out, this new feature that we have here on Ecamm, which is my platform, where I am actually going live right now to you on YouTube, both on shorts and the regular format. So if you're watching on your laptop, your TV screens, or iPad, then you would see me on, should be the 16:9 or the horizontal one. But if you're watching on your phone, you will see me as vertical, or when you're on in, if you are on Instagram, then you are also seeing me on a vertical format. And all of this Ecamm has made possible. It's been a feature that I've been wanting for the longest time, because I know that you guys are already very frustrated about watching me on vertical all the time, even though you are not on the phone. So thank you so much, Ecamm Live. All right, so guys, I've been gone for a few days, just a few rest and recreation and crafting with some of my dear friends. All right, so let's just say hi to the people in the chat. First in the chat today, of course, our dear friend Cordelia. Yes, and if you are on any of the platforms, can you please tell me just a little bit of housekeeping, if you can hear me and if I look okay, meaning I am not stretched. Okay, because the last time I tested this, I was in Boracay, and I look stretched on YouTube shorts and on Instagram. I hope that I got this finally working. Yes, and I think this is Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Thank you so much. Of course, Cordelia is here. And Christy, you guys, have you already slept? Okay, our dear friends, I love watching them all the time, whatever time I am, I somehow check on YouTube. Christy and our other friends are always, or of course, Andrea will be live most of the time. All right, so there you go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, this is my moderator daughter, Super Loop. And Christy said, I woke up early and now I'm getting sleepy. Yes, it's okay. You can always watch this on replay. But okay, finally, all right. So it's getting a little bit. It's 27 degrees. I know that's still cold, right? Okay, so it's a great day to stay in bed and watch YouTube. All right. So again, thank you so much, Cordelia, my dear friend. I was actually going through my pile of cards, and I saw that I already have several from Cordelia, and I really need to send over some of the cards to you, my friend. Oh my goodness! Hello, hello, my dear friend. How are you? Okay, sleep for the soul. Okay, so if you are having, issues sleeping, this is my dear, dear friend. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to see you again, my dear. All right, so I can hear you. All right, so okay, thank you so much. Yes, I can hear you and the picture is great. Jason, magandang umaga anak. Hope you are well. Yes, we are trying out this new feature. Yes, from Florida, USA. Thank you so much, my friend. Picture is great. Volume was a little low. Thank you so much. Yes, now I see it. Okay, the reason for that is thank you so much, Christy, because my what do you call this? The microphone I am using is not the right. Let me just reboot. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Because I am actually using two microphone right now. Oh no, it's not showing up. Okay, see. Okay, it's the microphone that somehow. Okay, how about this? Can you hear me with this one? All right, let us just do a little bit of a check. Can you hear me with this? It should be Pro Stereo, but it's not showing up. So is this working for you guys? Can you hear me? Thank you so much, Christy, for checking that out and for catching that I was in the wrong mic. I'm waiting for my hubby to make some coffee. I miss coffee. Yes, this is Christina, my dear friend, Sleep for the Soul. Christina, I'm so happy that you are back. Yes, Christina Grabnikas she is actually an RN. I think there's a higher kind of RN and an nurse practitioner. All right, so I think that is what Christina is. And she has helped many of us in the community when it comes to sleep, right? And you are cancer free. Amen. Thank you so much, Lord. I know it's been a while. And I'm so happy you are truly a warrior, my dear friend. Right? So you've fought a very good fight, and I'm so grateful to the Lord that He has healed you, Christina, and I'm sure that your testimony will be a blessing to so many. Thank you so much, Christina. Love you, my friend. Better sound. All right. I can hear you still. Yes, you can hear me. Hello, Barbara. Good morning, Barbara. How about now, friends? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, just making sure that you can really hear me. How about on this channel? Okay, how about on this channel? Can you hear me on this channel? Sorry, my friends, that I have to keep on checking. It's just this is a new kind of a setup, and I'm still testing it out. So the thing is, all right, so every scene does have a little bit of a different kind of look to it. All right, so and then I need to make sure. Okay, I'm just going to test all of my scenes. All right, so I'll go back to that one. Oh, that's loud. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so now it's super loud. Okay. Can you can hear me on both? All right. Thank you so much. All right. So guys, I'm super excited first and foremost because I've been gone for a little bit, right? So I was able to go live just a little bit testing out again this new feature of Ecamm last Tuesday from Boracay, but now I'm back here in my studio.
And I am super excited because if you have not checked out Cards by Kenja, right? So the creator of our favorite, one of our favorite card sketching challenges here in the community, Kenja's Card Challenge has just recently, I think just a few hours ago for you guys, and it was like yesterday for me or earlier this morning for me, Kendra released the SVGs, not just for the current sketches, which is Kendra's Card Challenge 21, but also for the mats and layers, right? So if you are like me, right? So I became a PhD in paper surgery because I keep on making a ton of mistakes when I do the cutting of my pattern papers A to F, right? And then, of course, the mats and the layers. The thing about having the SVGs for the mats and the layers, normally prior to not having this, when I would cut my mats for my my papers for the different card sketches, what happens is I use up so many paper, for the mats and layers. Sometimes I use up about 10 or 11 because my cutting isn't, very precise. So sometimes I have a lot of excesses. But what Kendra did, and boy, did she have a lot of, headaches trying to figure out. It's a good thing that she's a mathematician, so she figured out what's the best way to create the mats and layers for our papers, for our card sketches, for Kendra's Card Challenge, but in a way that we will be using the least amount of paper, right? So that is super awesome. So for those who are actually new to Kendra's Card Challenge, my stream today is all about the SVG files. And this is the kind of format that our cutting machines, if you have a Cricut or a Cricut, Cameo, or a Brothers Can Cut, Kendra has files for you for those so that you can spend more time decorating and putting the cards together rather than, cutting the different papers that you're going to use. All right. So again, just for those who are new or watching on replay, Kendra's Card Challenge is a quarterly card making challenge where you can create 15 cards with just 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, right? And this started January 1st till March 31st, 2026. So what you see on the screen right now are the different sketches to create the 15 awesome cards. Again, this runs from January 1st to March 31, 2026. And yes, there are over $1,000 worth of prizes up for grabs. So thank you to our amazing sponsors for making this a reality. Yes, join in the fun. And the thing is, this challenge is absolutely free to join. All right, so all you need to do is to just head on to, okay, hold on. I just need to, okay, head on to, let me see, where is that? All right, so head on to, all right, not that. Okay, I'm still trying to remember. Yes, Cards by Kenja on Patreon, right? So for those who think Patreon is always paid, no, because it's in Cards by Kenja's Patreon where you can download the free PDF for the current challenge, this one. So you can download Kendra's Card Challenge 21 for free. But if you do want to upgrade your membership, absolutely you can, because that gives you more opportunities to what do you call this, to win prizes and also do more. But the thing is, yes, the SVG cutting files are here. And from now or yesterday till February 14, this cutting files will be 50% off. Yes, so the KCC cutting guide, which is for the mats and layers, originally $10, will now just be $5. For the KCC21 SVG plus the PDF bundle will now just be $7 from from $14 to $7. Yes, 50% off. So thank you so much, Kendra. So I put the links in the description of this video for that one. All right, so let's go back to the chat a little bit because I kind of lost everybody. Oh, yes, Christina, I also miss you, my friend, and I'm so happy that you are back in the chat. And keep safe, keep healthy, and yes, please do share if you're comfortable with that. About the journey, the things that you've learned. I know I would love to have you back, in the channel one of these days, my friend. And thank you so much, Cordelia, for the super chat, right? So I think Cordelia is the only person who has given me super chat and Kendra for the past couple of months. And I'm so grateful for that, my friend. Though you don't really need to. Just being here is really such a blessing. Good morning, Linda. Yes, and we have Linda Toman Creates. Hello, hello, Linda. Yes, thank you so much, my friends. Yes, KCC website. Okay, it's actually, maybe it's not the website. That's the Cards by Kanja on Patreon where you can get the cutting files. There you go. Thank you so much again, my friend Cordelia. Right? And of course, we have Jay. Good morning, my friend. Maybe I should do a KCC again. I haven't done a series in like 2 years. Jay, let's go and try out this SVGs, my friend. It's super easy. Yes, and of course, Jay saying hi to everybody who is in the chat. I really, truly have missed you, my friends. All right. So here's the Patreon link. Yes, there you go. That's it, Sammy. Thank you so much. So Sammy has 2 YouTube accounts. It's Super Floop and Sammy Pie, right? So she's my moderator daughter. You need a counter of how many times you edit scenes during the live. Jay knows about this actually, right? So, okay. And here, okay, my name is on top. So I forgot to. Should really get a Joy Extra so I can use those files. Yeah, so a Joy Extra is actually also very handy, right, Jay? Yes. Jay, a Cricut is a great investment if it can be afforded. Oh, definitely Jay can afford it. It's just probably he's just thinking, maybe, Linda, is it something that I will really use? Right? So there you go. And we have KM. Hello, KM. Nakasakto din ang live. Yes, KM, thank you so much. The kids are getting bigger, so hopefully you can go back to a lot more crafting. Thank you so much, KM. KM Heartmate, my dear friends, is a local Filipina crafter as well. You could check out her amazing works also on KM Heartmade. She's KM Heartmade on all the socials. Yes. Plus, I mean, I could make stickers. Yes, Jay, that's a great reason to get that, right? Yes, thank you so much. Yes, just like always, our community is truly very kind. And I hope that if you are someone who is coming in for the first time or finding us, please feel free to interact with us. Just always be kind. Yes. Okay, I had one, I think, of how many times I said basically. And how about me? And then oh, Cordelia said she just got her Scan and Cat out again last week. It's been put up in the closet for over a year. Cordelia, this is maybe the perfect time for you to finally use it more often, because I know Cordelia, just like me and several of us in the chat, has been doing Kenja's Card Challenge continuously. Hold on, my friend. B-boy, can you get me water, please? Okay, hold on. Sorry. I just had to cough. I have an original Joy which I use a lot, but I wanted to upgrade, but it's so well made it hasn't broken. So you will only upgrade to a Joy when it's broken. All right, I feel you, Jay, but you know, use what your Joy right now, Jay. You love the print and cut feature. Awesome. Thank you so much, Linda, for the encouragement. All right. So without further ado, let us do this. All right. So first, let us go to Cricut Design Space. All right. So the one I'm going to be showing you. So for those who are... Oh, thank you so much, honey. Yes, thank you, my son, for bringing me a glass of water. Excuse me. Yes, I think I needed that. All right, because I'm super excited to see you all. All right, so let's do this. All right, so let me see. All right, so this is first, let's go to the design space. Hold on, I'm trying to remember where I placed it. Okay, there you go. All right, so here we will go to the Cricut design space. All right, so I have already, okay, so I have already uploaded, okay, this is, I think, okay, this was the, what do you call this? Hold on. This is, that one is for the mats and layers. Okay, hold on. Let me just check my file over here. Okay, so I will show you what it looks like super fast. Okay, so basically you have like this one. All right, so we'll have your cutting guides for mats and layers, right? Sorry about, I used just a scratch paper. And then you will have for cardstock 1, cardstock 2, and cardstock 3, right? So basically suggested is what do you call this, the suggested is a solid cardstock, of course, but you can use pattern if you want. Okay, but for the mats and layers, it has to be an 8.5 by 11. Okay, 8.5 by 11 will be your starting. All right, so another one is, of course, the usual 6 by 6 pattern paper that you start with, and I'll be using the KCC January 2026 bonus printable, which is Wild at Heart digital card making kit. So I prepared 6 by 6 of this. All right, and I'll show you how to cut it. All right, so let's start with the 6 pieces of pattern paper. So these are the designs or the images that I have chosen from the digital card making kit, and I've cut it to a 6 by 6 already. Now, if you have your cutting mat, okay, so Cricut, okay, has a 1/2 inch default margin. All right, and the cutting file, the SVG, is exactly, okay, 6 by 6. All right, it's exactly 6 by 6. Therefore, when you put it onto your mat, you cannot put it like the usual, right? So you will put it on the corner. Let's say if you have a 12 by 12 mat, right? Because the design has been made in such a way that it is exactly 6 by 6. So you need to move that so it's easier for you guys. Okay, just put it on the 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the left, and that would be this square over there. So you will just put your 6 by 6 pattern paper onto that one. All right, since this is kind of very exact, right? So you need to make sure that your paper is really on that one. Now, feel free to ask me a question, all right? Because I've been using this SVG files for quite a while now. This was introduced last year by Kenja, but the new one is the mats and layers. And I am not sure if the mats and layers SVG files will be a regular one. I know that Kenja really had a hard time figuring that out. Okay, so I do know that the 6 by 6 pattern paper SVG will remain a staple. Okay, but for now, this is 50% off. So once you have place that on your paper, let's go now to our, okay, hold on. Okay, so this one, okay, so of course you need to upload, okay, your image. All right, and so for paper A, Okay, let me see. Let me just look for it. Okay, upload image. Okay, let's just look for it. Okay, so you have here paper A. All right, so open. Okay, and there you see that's your paper A, right? Okay, and then just press continue. All right. Okay, where is continue? Hold on. Okay, continue. All right, and then you can now press upload. Okay, so now there it is. Okay, so you see I have several there. That's why it looks crazy, right? So let's remove this one. Okay, so now we just have the paper A. All right, so now we can make, just press make it. Okay, I will not save the project just yet, but if you want, you can. All right, so remember, okay, you have to move this, okay, to the same place that you have placed your paper. All right, otherwise, let's say you put it here, you put it there, it's not gonna cut perfectly. All right, so where we placed our paper on the mat is where you're going to place this one as well. All right, and of course, make sure that you are in the basic cut. Okay? All right, so there you go. Let me see. I'm just trying to make sure that it is absolutely aligned, and then I press continue. Oh, machine is not available. Connection failed. Try again. Okay, let's try again. I am using Wi-Fi. Hopefully this works. Otherwise, it's going to fail because my Cricut is on the other side of the room. All right, it's connected. Okay, and so we continue. All right, so when you say continue, now you choose what kind of paper you want to use. This one, okay, I actually, what do you call this? Laminated my paper. So I think we need to do, okay, so we need to browse all material, okay, and then search heavy. Okay, so heavy cardstock. Okay, so let's do heavy cardstock. Okay, enter. Okay, so where is heavy cardstock? Okay, heavy cardstock. There you go, heavy cardstock, done. Okay, and now I will go, that it's ready, I will now go to my machine. All right, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. So hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, I will go, oh, I forgot my paper. I will go to my machine. Okay, though you can't see, it's blinking. It means it's ready. So all you need to do is just feed that in. All right, and then wait for the Cricut symbol, okay, to see to, okay, to blink. And once that's blinking, just press that, and then it will start cutting. All right. All right, so hopefully, okay, this cuts perfectly. Again, my cardstock is a little bit heavy, so hopefully it will be able to cut this one. I have never tried cutting a laminated cardstock, so hopefully this cuts perfectly, right? So I am cutting paper A right now. So I'm cutting paper A. Okay, so again, if you have questions, my friend, oh, thank you so much, Cordelia. Indeed, it is, right? Okay, hey, Linda from, oh, okay, for this one, okay. Hi, KM. Don't forget to hit, I like this angle of the cutting machine. All right, so it is cutting. All right, so if you can see, that's my hand. So this is being cut live, right? So it's a heavy cardstock. Okay, there is a setting for sticker with laminate. Oh, thank you, Linda, because I've never tried that.
And so I will try that. Thank you, Linda. Yes, if you, my dear friends, okay, are Cricut user or Cameo or Brothers Cut and Cut, and you have, tips for the rest of us, we would love, love, love to hear that. So thank you so much, Linda, for that awesome tip. I will check on that for sure. All right. Again, if you do have questions, suggestions, right, or inquiries, just put it in the chat. Okay. So again, it is still cutting. Hopefully, okay, the mat is still okay. All right. Let's see if this setting, I just place it on heavy cardstock. I'm not sure if this is okay. All right, I think maybe this is almost done. Okay. Why did I put laminate? I just don't know. I just wanted to have, to check it out if it's okay. All right, let's see. You see how easy it is, right? Instead of measuring each of, each of the papers, all I need to do is to just feed it onto my machine. All right, let's check.
Okay, how it looks like. All right, so I'm now back on my table. Okay, so let's just remove. I just add a little bit of washi just to make sure that, because sometimes my what do you call this? My paper or my mat isn't as sticky anymore, right? So I just put a little bit of a tacky tape on the sides to make sure, or to support, because normally that's one of the reasons why you will have a failed cut when the paper kind of moves, right? So what happens is that for each of the papers that you will cut, it will tell you, okay, where you should, okay, hold on, where you should go. Okay, let me just open up, okay, my KCC21 challenge. All right, so again, for proprietary sake, I cannot show you the actual measurements and cuts, but that is absolutely free. The PDF for the current challenge, Kendra's Card Challenge 21, is absolutely free. You just need to download it. But basically what happens is, see, it's already been cut, right? So all I need to do now is to remove it, right? So there you go. So according to the sketch, so this one, okay, and then this one, okay, and this one, okay, and maybe it's too heavy. Okay, maybe. All right, so there you go. So this 4 pieces is supposed to go to number 4, or sketch number 4. So I do have this kind of containers, right? So, and I have them labeled 1 to 15, so that the cuts I will just put over there. So I have 2 strips with this size, and then 2 strips with that, and it goes on to card sketch number 4. So how easy is that, right? So it's amazing. I super love it. So when Kendra released the SVGs last year, I really needed to get that. And now it's not just the pattern paper. Kendra for Kendra's Card Challenge 21 anyway has released the mats and layers, and I will make that too in a little bit. All right, so for this one, okay, it's already, with a fishtail. All right, this one goes to number 12. All right, so again, I will get number 12. So you would see that in some of the containers, I already have a paper because I already cut the solid for cardstock too. Okay, just to, hasten a little bit our cutting. All right, so that's there. And then the next one, it says that it is supposed to be, this one is for card sketch number 3. All right, so one of the way to, let's say, especially if your mat is new, is to just, fold your mat a little bit like so, and that would easily release the edge, and you can just easily, pull it out. And this is said to be for sketch number 3, right? So this has been laminated, Okay, so it's a photo top. Okay, so it's not the usual laminating film, it's a photo top. Sometimes I use glitter, right? So there it went to number 3, right? So for those who have not yet done a canvas card challenge, that's how I do it, to make sure that I have all the 15 different paper or sketches and all the papers that go with it. I use this method. Some of our dear friends, what they use are bags, okay, like this one, clear baggies, and then they just put a number, say number, let me see, let me get up, say for example, this is for card number 1, right? So you don't need to have that kind, and then you put everything according to the sketch that goes with 1, and then 2, and so on and so forth. Again, if you have questions, just put it in the chat, right? I'm sure some of our dear friends, if I am not able to see it, will be able to answer you. Okay, Linda has another tip for us. Okay, one more tip. Okay, and then I'll hush. If you check, no, don't hush. It's okay, Linda. Please share. We would love. I don't I know that I know everything, so it would be great to also hear from our dear friends. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this in the other. Okay, because I am going live on both vertical and horizontal, so I needed to tweak the one on the vertical. Hold on. Okay. Oh my, this is so big. How do I do that? Okay. I'm going to try and tweak this first, my friends. Bear with me as I try to kind of do this. All right. So I think I really need to learn how to. Oh, on Instagram, my mat is not showing. All right. So this part, okay, that part is showing. So I think this camera is not showing up. Oh, I thought I fixed everything. Okay, bear with me, my friends. Bear with me. As you know, with anything else that's new, it takes a while to kind of have it fixed. But I'm happy that you guys are so understanding, and you allow me to test out all these things, because in the end it is for everybody's benefit as well as mine. All right, so there you go. And then the next one. All right, so okay, if you check before you unload, you can cut again. Oh, yes. Let's say, for example, like in my case, thank you, Linda, for reminding me that, right? So what if you feel that when you look at it, somehow, some of the parts didn't cut exactly, right? So what you can do is don't unload. Don't push that arrow that is blinking. Okay? Continue cutting, right? So don't, because the minute you unload, even if you put it, there's a little bit of, a difference, right? So that's a great tip. Yes, so you see? Okay, so there you go. You will see that. Okay, again, if you have more tips, Linda, we would love to hear it. All right, so there you go. It says in the sketch that this part goes to card number 1. All right, so I'll put it in 1. And then this bottom part, okay, and then this bottom part, okay, and then this bottom part. Okay, so this 3 half circles is supposed to go to card sketch number 2. All right, and then, okay, so this part, okay, so this is, okay, the excess. Okay, so I don't know if you use that, but if it's like this, I don't use anymore, right? Because if I keep that still, I would be keeping so many, some things I really need to discard, right? All right, and then this one, okay? So that part, okay, and we have Vicky in the house. Hi, Vicky. So that part, okay, according to the sketch, goes to number 7. So it went to number 7. And then the last one, okay, second to the last, this one, which has a fish tail. goes to card sketch number 12. Card sketch number 12. So you see how easy it is, my friends, with, card sketch number 12 with this SVG file. So again, if you have not been using your Cricut, your Cameo, your brother's Scan and Cut, okay, because there's really not much of a project that you need to use it for. Okay, therefore, this is a perfect opportunity for you to finally use it once again. Okay, and the last piece is going to be for card number 7. All right, so there you go. Okay, so after that, we just move on to the second card. All right, so that is how easy it is. Okay, so I am just removing. Okay, you can use I'm just using my pick tool right now, but if you do have this one, okay, you can use that, okay, to clean, okay, your mat with extra paper that has remained, right? So there you go. Let's now move on to paper B. All right, but before we do that, okay, of course, as I said, Linda is in. Okay. Okay, Vicky. All right, so what has happened? Oh, it doesn't automatically get removed. All right, so let me see. Okay, so Vicky, okay, it goes directly onto the vertical. Okay, there you go. She's saying hi to everybody. Okay, hold on. Why is it not? Okay, hi Sammy. Oh, it should be this one. Okay. Yes, and Linda of course says hi to Vicky as well. Right? So if you see anyone in the chat right now that you have not actually somehow watched their videos or checked out their channel, I absolutely suggest that you do go and visit them. Our dear friends, a lot of them do paper crafting, but several may do also other than paper crafting. All right? So just like Linda and also Vicky, right? So Cordelia, but a lot of us normally paper crafting. And Vicky said, I just cut my 6x6 pieces out of that digital set last night. Woo! Congratulations, Vicky. Isn't it easy, right? So now we can just focus on, decorating and making more cards. So again, thank you, Kenja, for thinking of these. All right, Linda said, the SVGs for KCC is a game changer. Yes, it has been one of the one feature request I've had for a long time. I don't know if there are a lot of us who are interested in this one, but definitely I became a PhD in paper surgery because of I have so many mistakes in my cutting, right? So it's like my brain is faster than my hand, so I often make a mistake. But with this one, it is absolutely easier. Right? It's just like sometimes I know where it should be, but sometimes when I'm talking or when I'm doing something else, I really make a ton of mistakes. So this makes it, less a mistake. I have to run to start my bread dough. Yes, oh, I wish we could have a taste of that, Cordelia. I know it's weekend, right? Saturday morning. I haven't tried it on my Cricut just yet. So where did you try it, Vicky? What machine? Pinkberry, Evie. Oh, hi, Evie. Is this another? Hold on. Another account, Evie? Is this the Evie I know? Oh, hi, Evie. And of course, we have Reagan. Hi, Reagan. And Blossom. Howdy, my friend. Blossom, I think any day now, I will finally get the journal. So advance. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And of course, Reagan saying hi to everybody. All right. Hi, Reagan. Yes. All right. So now we are down to paper B. All right. So, but before we go there, all right. So let's just go. Oops, not this one. All right, so let's go back to this one. And okay, so let's now upload. Okay, so assuming you already bought the file and it's already on your machine, so just grab it. Okay, so paper B. All right, and then open. Okay, continue. Okay, upload. All right, and just remove the A and make. All right. So again, as I said, this is the default of Cricut. It does have a quarter of an inch margin. Okay, so you really cannot put the paper to the edge. So to make it easier for everybody, because again, the sketch has been designed, or the SVG file has been designed for an exactly 6x6 paper. So you just, put it 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the left, and you'll end up with this corner. All right, so make sure that it's there, and you'll definitely have a perfect cut. My suggestion is, before you actually use your nice paper, okay, check first, okay, and make sure that it is in the cut mode. All right, so let's try if we do medium. But I think the heavy earlier was okay. All right. So let me see. Uh, Linda said that there is one for glitter. You know what? Next time we will do that. But I will look for that. Okay. Just so for the interest of time. All right. So now that it's done. Okay. So we will now load our paper. Okay, so we will load our paper. This is now paper B. Okay, again, okay, this is the top of my mat. That's 1 inch. Okay, to the left, and 1 inch from the top. That is where you're supposed to put your paper. So Lala, what happens if I put my paper over here? Like the one you normally do if you are working with, say, a 12 by 12, like that, right? Because it depends on the design, again, of the SVG. Okay, so, but this one, again, the SVG that we're working with is exactly a 6x6. So there is, so since it's exact, if you put it over there, then there is a default quarter of an inch over there, so it will not cut perfectly. Therefore, you need to put it over here. All right, so if you are going to use this for the first time, I cannot stress this part, so much. The first time this was launched last year, people were like, what happened? Why is it not, it's not cutting perfectly? It's because of that one, the where you place your paper on the mat is very important. And don't worry, because if you buy the SVG file, there is an accompanying video tutorial, right? So that Kenja includes with the purchase. So what am I doing? This is, hold on. All right, so if ever you forget, or if you need help, okay, then that video is there for you as part of your purchase. Again, this is, there is a file for Brothers Can and Cut, for Cricut, and for Cameo. It's just that the one I have is a Cricut, although if you can see, I do have a Brothers Can and Cut. Finally, yes, finally, last year I did finally, last December, you know, decided to have that because my son needed it for their comic club. All right, so let's go and cut this paper B, right? So paper B. Okay, so I am showing you, okay, so we just wait for the Cricut symbol to blink. Okay, and then it will start. Okay, so there you go. And we have Amelia. Hello, my friend.
Thanks for dropping by. And Amalia is on YouTube. Hi, Tracy. And Tracy said, I want to try the KCC, but paper choice is an issue for me. Okay, guess I'll just close my eyes, grab a paper pad, and hope for the... You know what, Tracy? That is an amazing suggestion, right? Yes, yes, this is Christopher. Reagan saying hi. Yes, there you go. Oh, I just cut the pieces on my paper cutter, which is basically what we do all the time before. Okay, let me see. Again, you know, I'm trying to, I'm using a new, what do you call this, version of Ecamm. So I'm still, you know, trying, it's just every scene has a different look to it, right? So again, this is paper B. And all this, the one I'm using right now, and what I'm doing is I am cutting my papers for Kendra's Card Challenge 21 using the SVG files that is actually available for at 50% right now on Cards by Kendra's Patreon shop. Okay, I do have a suggestion for our dear friend Tracy. Right, Tracy? Okay, if you are having a problem with
paper. Okay, let me see. Where am I? Right, I would suggest that you get the bonus printable. Though the bonus printable doesn't come free, right? But it is an add-on if you go on to the, you know, paid tier, like all access, VIP, or you can actually buy this as is on Cards by Kendra shop. So because the thing is, you don't need to think about, you know, what coordinates with what, right? But if you, I know probably you do have a lot of papers already, right? So if you still have those, oops, I think it's ended.
Okay, let's go back and let's go and get the paper. All right, so just like Linda said, you check if you feel that there are some parts where it didn't cut properly, do not unload, okay, but rather press C again. Okay, so that will mean that it would cut it again. Just in case, let's say you're working with a material that is
maybe fibrous, or it's something that you haven't used, or the paper that you haven't used ever, so you're not sure if it's, you know, is it heavy cardstock, is it especially the glitter ones, right? So sometimes we do have issues like that. So Linda's suggestion, okay, that do not you know, unload it immediately, okay, and just cut it again to make sure that everything has been cut properly. Okay, do not unload, but rather press the Cricut symbol again. All right, so there you go. So now I am just trying to remove again. I'm just doing that as a what do you call this, backup, just in case, you know, my mat isn't as sticky as it is, and the paper might move. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so for this one, for paper B, okay, so I will, okay, again, you just, you know, bend a little bit, okay, so that you will have that. Okay, and just remove that. Okay, so this part, okay, so it's very similar to paper A. So this part, okay, this part, and this part. Okay, so this two. Okay, so you have two strips like this, and then you have two strips like that. Okay, just a little bit of, there you go. So you have 4 strips. Okay, goes to sketch number 4. Okay, according to, okay, the PDF. Again, I cannot show you that, okay, but you can easily get the PDF for free. All you need to do is go to Cards by Kendra Patreon and download it for free. All right, and then the next one will be this one. Will go to sketch 5. This one will go to sketch 5. This one will go to sketch 5. Right? No worries about making a mistake on the measurements. So I absolutely love this. Yes, like just like what everybody said in the chat, it has been truly a game changer for me. If making cards with Cards by Kenja sketches before was easy, it is even easier with the SVGs. Again, if you do have an electric cutting machine, right? So, but if you don't have just yet a Cricut or a Cameo or a Brother Scan and Cut, you can always do the usual, like the manual cutting. We all started with that, and that's absolutely fine. All right, so this next one, okay, this one, okay, is supposed to be for card sketch number 11. All right. So there you go. So I placed it in number 11. Okay. Again, it we all have varying ways of, putting our, strips of paper together. Some use, baggies like this. Yvette does have like envelopes. So there's many different ways. There's no right or wrong. What works with you, what you have, that's fine. And this one is 7. So it goes with the other strips of paper that we have cut already earlier. All right. Oh, and the other one beside it is also 7. Okay. So, and then the next one. Okay. So this one is, okay, 11. Okay. So that one goes to card sketch number 11. There you go. Okay. And then, okay. So there's another 11. Okay. So this part. So all you need to do after the cutting is just check your PDF, okay, where it should go. So each of the pieces that have been cut, for those who are new to Kenja's Card Challenge, will tell you what card sketch you're supposed to put it, okay? And then you have, this one is number 9. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. So it goes to number 9. Okay, and then finally, okay, so we do have this last 2 strips, which goes to card sketch. Okay, number, okay, see, there you go. Number 10. 8, 9, and 10. All right, so there you go. You have card number 10. So as you can see, there is nothing left on the mat, right? So I just need to clean a little bit as some of the papers, okay, may have stuck, and that will prevent the paper from absolutely sticking to it. Okay, just making sure that it's clean. All right, so now we're moving on to, okay, putting in, okay, our, okay, so this is done. Okay, now we will upload. Okay, so we will now upload the next one, which is card number 3. Okay, I mean not card. Okay, sketch. Okay, paper A, paper B, paper C. All right, and then we will just press continue, upload. All right, and then make. Okay, and then again, this part, you make sure that you put it, okay, an inch, okay, below, and okay. Again, why? Right? Because as you can see from the mat, right, it doesn't go absolutely to the corner. So if you use, or if you put it on the corner, you won't have the right cut, because it will give a quarter of an inch for what do you call this, the corner. right? So you do have to put that. All right, so we're ready to cut that. But before that, of course, we need to load our paper first. And this is my paper C, right? So for tonight, we'll see. Probably we'll just be able to do the cutting or maybe just a few cards. Let's see. But I just really wanted to show you, okay, how easy it is to use this SVG files. And if you do have questions right now on how to use it, okay, please put it in the chat so I can hopefully answer some of your questions if I can, right? So if not, again, I am using Cricut. I do have a Brothers Scan and Cut and a Cameo, but I normally do not use them. My Scan and Cut, I just recently, um, okay. Okay, so for Facebook, oh, I didn't know that Facebook now has a limitation for a number of minutes. All right, so let's now head
Then over and put this in our cutting, okay, in my Cricut. Okay, just wait for it to, for the Cricut symbol to, there you go. And then it's going to cut itself right now. Yes, this is Stacy. Hi, Create and Relate. All right, Linda has to go. Thank you so much, Linda. You like this layout, Stacy? Yes, this is the newest feature of Canvas Card Challenge, an SVG file. Yes. Yes, it's Stacy. And Stacy loves her Cricut. So Stacy, if you do have like suggestions or maybe things that you see that maybe I'm not doing perfectly, please feel free to give us advice. Yes, it makes it so simple and easy, right? Indeed. Right, so we'll Create and Relate. This is our dear friend Stacy from the UK. And she can't stay long because she gotta drive. But thank you so much for dropping by, Stacy. And you love the horizontal view, right? So every now and then you can change your angle of camera as well, Vicky. Yes, okay. Amalia, for those who have not seen, Amalia is actually here as well. Hopefully she's still lurking. I know that today, you know, weekends, there's a lot of us, working on projects or preparing, you know, doing some of our errands at home and stuff like that, right? So we will have 3 more for the 6x6, and then I'm going to show you the mats and layers. That's the newest in the SVG family of Canvas Card Challenge. Now, my friends, this is the SVG file for the mats and layers is available for
Canvas Card Challenge 21. Okay, but okay, Kendra doesn't know if she can continue on unless there is a demand for it. So please, because I really want the SVG files. Again, as I said, having the SVG files for the 6x6 is already a dream come true, right? So less mistakes in the cutting, less paper surgery, right? But with the mats and layers, it's also very easy because from the PDF, you can already see, right, what will be the size of the mats. Normally, it's just a quarter of an inch bigger, right, on both sides. But, okay, the thing is, how do I maximize the solid mats that I use? So sometimes I use up 6, 7, 8, right? And then I have a lot of extras. But what Kendra did is, you know, she really thought of everything and she measured everything. And would you believe that to have all the mats and layers for Canvas Card Challenge 21 for all these 15 cards, all you need is just 5 solid cardstocks. 3 of cardstock 1, 1 cardstock 2, and 1 of cardstock 3. See, imagine just 5 pieces of solid cardstocks, okay, two of your own choice depending on what you actually decided to use, right? So normally I would use more, and I have a lot of cuts that are kind of too small, right? So she made it really easy so that we will be able to maximize our paper. All right, so this is the cut paper C. All right, so let me just go back to my PDF, okay, which I cannot see again, but you can always download for free and join Kendra's Card Challenge. All you need to do is to go to Kendra's Patreon, Cards by Kendra Patreon, and download the free PDF. All right, so this part is, okay, for paper C says it goes to sketch number 6. Okay, so number 6. So I'll put it there. Okay, and then the next one is going to card sketch number 8. This one. All right, so this one goes to card sketch number 8. Oops, there is this part. Okay, so this one goes to card sketch number 8. All right, and then, okay, so we have 2. All right, so we do have 2 that will go here on 11. Okay, and that is these 2 pieces, this and this. Okay, so these 2 pieces at the bottom. So this 2, okay, will go to card sketch number 11. All right, and then, okay, this, okay, will be, okay, this one at the top first. Okay, so that one, okay, and the one below, this one goes to sketch number 7. All right, so it will go to 7. Okay, let me see, where is 7? All right, so it goes to 7. Okay, and then the last piece, okay, which is this one, which actually has a fishtail already. See, even the fishtail, okay, is there already. You don't need to, that's another struggle sometimes that we have, right? So this one goes to card sketch number 12. All right, so there you go. Card sketch number 12. All right, so that is paper C. All right, so paper C is easy. Not a lot of, cuts. Okay, because there's a big cut over there. Again, make sure that you clean your mat first, okay, before you proceed. Now, let's prepare this for card sketch number 7. Again, make sure that there's a 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the left, okay, so that you can get that perfect cut for a 6 by 6. All right. All right. So if you do have a brayer away. And as I mentioned, just to make sure, okay, that, my paper stays still, I normally add a little bit of washi tape on the sides, okay, to make sure that, it doesn't lift. Okay, especially if your mat is a little bit older, maybe you even need to put like what do you call that, tacky tape around it. But this one still a little bit, what do you call this, still a little bit sticky, so it's okay, right? So now we go back to our, okay, Cricut design space. Okay, so we now upload paper. Okay, we are supposed to upload A, B, C. We're going to D. All right, so we're uploading paper D. Continue. Upload. Okay, so we remove, okay, the C. Okay, and then this one, just so it's not black. If you don't want the black, you just choose white. All right, and then and then make sure that this part you put it exactly where you put your paper or you placed your paper on the mat. Okay, and then continue. And then choose the material that you have. In my case, it's heavy cardstock. Okay, because I laminated it. All right, and then we're gonna go to
our machine. Okay, and just put it in. All right, and wait for the Cricut symbol to blink. Okay, that means it's ready, and then it's just gonna cut itself. Okay, so again, that's paper D, and then 2 more. All right, so Linda uses a mint tape. Yes, because I don't have mint tape, Linda. How I wish I have. Yes, thank you, Christopher from Linda. Welcome back, Linda. That was fast. Okay, and okay. Oh, I love that Stacy. Stacy said she's just started to get into UV resin. I actually did one of those on Lynn's masterclass as another way to use die cuts. And you're loving it. Just make sure that you're, properly protected. Stacy, okay, the resin is awesome. I love it, but just a little bit safety precautions when you're handling resin. Yes. Right? So please do check out Stacy. Stacy is, create and relate. All right. And Vicky said, I have some of the washi tapes, Blossom. They're fun. Have you tried the scene building sticker books? I bought some to try. My gosh, Blossom. Can you do a video of that already? I don't have it just yet. I don't have it. All right. And Vicky said, I just purchased the SVG file. Yoo-hoo! Come on, Vicky. Start. Let's go. Let's do it together. Right? And you have the Maker 3. Amazing. I just have the Maker 2, Stacy. I've had this is 2021. Maybe that, something like that. But it's been, it's still okay. And you haven't seen the washi version. Oh my goodness, Blossom. Blossom has it all. Right, yes, I didn't realize it's toxic. I'm all ventilated, but don't have a mask. Ordered one today. Yes, Stacy. Resin is addicting. It's beautiful, really beautiful, but make sure that you do have a mask on, and if you can, work outside, right? A fully ventilated room, and sometimes, I even wear gloves, okay, just to be, extra protection, but people say you don't really need to. All right, so our machine stopped, so we can now go back and get it. Okay, just checking as Linda suggested. Okay, so if you see that it didn't cut perfectly, don't unload, rather press the cut again. That means you just
need to press the Cricut symbol again so that it will cut again. So with this sketch, there's a lot of what do you call this? There's a lot of circles, right? So if you don't have, say, a puncher or a nesting circle, so you don't have a way of, like this one says this should be 2.25-inch circle, right? So I want to show you how perfect it is. Where is my ruler? If only I can find it. Hold on. Okay, it's a good thing I have several rulers. So this is, okay, so the one in the PDF means the diameter, right? So this is, as you can see, okay, it is 2.25. See, it's perfect, right? So you don't need to puncture, you don't need to put it in a die cutting machine, right? So you don't need to trace. It is there. And it says here that this 6 circles, okay, these 3 circles here will go to, okay, card sketch number 6. How easy is that? Right? So There you go. So we'll put it over here. So that's number 6. Okay, and then what else? So this one, okay, on this paper is for card sketch number 8. All right, so it is for number 8. I hope I'm doing it correctly. Okay, I hope I didn't skip anything. Right, so 8, and then the next would be, okay, so the next would be, all right, so there's 2 circles. Okay, so that is card sketch 10. All right. Okay, and of course there's a little bit of the washi. I'll just remove that. So this 2 strips goes to card sketch 10. All right, so there you go. Okay, and then this last strip over here on the side goes to, okay, card sketch number 7. This goes to 7, 10, 9, 8, 7. So you see, oh, card 7 has a lot of strips. All right, so 6, 7. All right, so okay. And then what is left? Okay, this part. Okay, this big square at the bottom. Okay. That one goes to card sketch. Okay, number 9. That goes to number 9. And this is 9. 9. All right. Okay, and then, all right, so, okay, so this strip goes to 7, and this strip goes to the last strip, actually. Okay, so let's remove that. So the last strip goes to, these 2 strips goes to 7. Okay, 9, 8, 7. Okay, so there it is. Those last 2. All right. Okay. So that is, okay, sketch na, I mean, paper A, B, C, D. All right, so now we're gonna go to paper E. Correct? Yes, we're gonna do paper E. And paper E actually is already very easy because it's just, you know, rectangle, bunch of rectangles. So normally the ones I really have a mistake when I cut manually without the SVG files is the circles, the diagonals, the triangles, right? So those are the ones that I normally make a mistake. And that's, you know, the reason why I became a PhD in paper surgery, right? All right. So this is the paper I chose for paper E, right? So again, I can never stress this enough. Okay, when you put your paper, do not put it over there, because Cricut, just for Cricut anyway, I'm not sure about Cameo or Brothers Can and Cut, there is a file though that will be attached to your purchase that will tell you how to do it. Okay, but this is for Cricut. Okay, yes, there is a video as well for that one. And the one who did the video for this one, I think, is Yvette, right? So if you put it that way, it cannot cut all the way through that. There is a 1/4 of an inch, okay, margin that Cricut needs. So to make sure that you cut the 6x6 perfectly, just put a 1 inch and 1 inch, okay, margin from the top and the leftmost. So you will end up having your paper on the mat like this. All right. So again, if you do have questions, suggestions, like Linda has been giving us, you know, beautiful suggestions on how to, you know, like hacks to be able to cut those papers and projects that you have perfectly. All right, so I'm trying to reuse my washi. Okay, so I'm putting them back onto the mat. Again, do you need to do this? No, especially if you have, you know, a new mat or it's still sticky. It's just that just making sure in case, the paper suddenly or the mat is not as sticky anymore and then the paper moves. Oh my goodness. That is one of the things that's going to make you have, probably an issue with your cut. Okay. And so let's go back to, okay, our design space, Cricut design space. All right. So now let's make this done. Okay, and then we're gonna upload our next paper, which is paper E. Again, once you purchased, you can just upload it onto your Cricut design space. All right, so there you go, and then make. Okay, again, make sure that you put it, okay, on the same place that you placed your paper on your mat. Okay, you do the same. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Continue. All right. So since again I laminated all my papers, so I want to do heavy cardstock. Okay, now it's time to
Start the cutting. Okay, one more of the 6x6, and then we're going to cut the mats and layers, which is the newest, okay, in the SVG family for Kendra's card challenge, right? Oh, Kendra is here? Hold on. I must go up, 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 up. All right. Let me see. Yes, lots of crafting on Stacy's channel and also trivia, some trivia. I love her trivia videos as well. Yes, you do wear gloves too. Awesome, Stacy. I can't wait to check out your resin videos. I always make a mistake somewhere. High five, Vicky. I am the same. I can feel you, my friend. I can feel you. Cricut can be so confusing for beginners. Design Space is an awful software and really restrictive, in my opinion. Yes, it can be, right? It can be. And so, okay, why is it doing that? It makes this double, right? So hopefully, Cricut can improve on that one, right? So it is a little bit, but you know what? Compared to Cameo, I feel that Cricut is easier. Whoop! What am I doing? Hold on. What have I done? Okay, I think okay, this one. Okay, I have made it. Okay, hold on, my friends. I will just fix this one. See, fixing things on the fly. All right, there you go. Okay, all right, a little bit more. What is happening? More. Okay, there you go. All right, and let's lock that. Okay. Okay, so now, oh, I forgot to press go. Okay, so sorry about that one. Of course, it will not start, Lala, because you didn't press go. I mean, press go. Press the Cricut symbol. All right, so it has started. All right, and of course, okay, probably Stacy didn't see Blossom earlier. So hi, Blossom from Stacy. And we have Kendra. Woohoo! Again, thank you, Kendra, for doing the SVGs. I know it's harder for you, right? It takes a lot of time to create this, so we're so grateful. And Stacy has this suggestion. Don't forget to wash your mats. Okay, up beautifully. Yes. So after each use, okay, with soapy water, just let it dry and then it will be good to go as well. Hi, Kendra. Kendra, this is Stacy. Stacy is Create and Relate 24. And this is Christopher saying hi to Kendra. And Cordelia said it's snowing still. Oh my goodness, stay warm, Cordelia. And Blossom said she uses zig pens to revive her mats and diamond painting canvases. All right, that's awesome, right? So that is great because, we don't want to just, buy a new mat, right? So there are a lot of hacks to, make your mats last longer, of course. Cleaning them as often as you can, okay? Because having those strips of paper, oops, okay, it stopped, or not yet. All right, so, okay, we need to unload our mat. Okay, hold on. All right, is this paper, okay, unload. Okay, right, now that
We have unloaded our mat. Okay, so now we will check. Okay, so again, as Blossom was saying, all right, so you need to, okay, unload, what do you call this? You can use a zig pen to revive your mats. Okay, I do have another one. I'll mention that next time. Yes, it's snowing again. Yes, so I can just saying hi to Stacy and to Christopher. And of course, Vicky saying hi to Kendra. I've not heard of zig pens. Googling it now. Yes, zig pens are great because it's not too sticky. So it makes your mat kind of tacky still, right? So it's a great way to make your mat sticky again, but without, kind of destroying your paper. All right. And of course, Kendra saying hi to Vicky as well. Okay, I find design spaces easier than other. Yes, me too. What do you call this? Cameo is a very powerful, their app and their machine as well. It's just that there is a very, steep learning curve. And I kind of gave up on it. So I do have a Cameo 3. I have a Cricut Maker 2. And finally, the Brothers Cut and Cut. But I still don't know how to use except scan and cut. I don't know how to use the app yet of the Brothers Cut and Cut. Okay, because I just recently got that. All right, so now let's do this is, let me see, hold on. Okay, so this is for paper E. All right, so for paper E, all right, so this piece, okay, goes to number 12. All right, so this is for card number 12. There you go, card 12. All right, so next is these two strips, okay, will go to, okay, number 13. Again, how easy is that? No measuring, no manual cutting, right? Again, only if you do have, okay, an electric cutting machine like a Cricut, like what I'm using, a Brothers Cut and Cut, or a Cameo. Again, it is 50% right now till February 14. So this is the perfect time for you to try it out. So if you've not been using your machines, then absolutely go ahead and check this out. All right, and the final strips at the bottom, right? So this one is for card sketch number 8. Okay, for card sketch number 8. Okay, let me see. Where is my... Okay. And of course, you always have the option to, when we all started with just manual cutting. It's fine. You don't need the SVG files to join, right? Canvas Card Challenge. But if you want to make it even easier, right? Because it's easy because Kendra has already given us all the dimensions, right? And how to do it. But if you want it even faster and you have the SED machines, then the SVG files, okay, is the way to go. Again, All right. So this has been in the shop, okay, in Cards by Kenja's Patreon shop. So if you've not checked it out, now is the best way because it's not 10%, 20, it's 50% off. All right. Only till, okay, Valentine's Day. All right. So this one, okay, goes to, all right. So this part goes to, okay. So this is, remember, what do you call this? I laminated this. So it's kind of thick, right? This is number 1, and this strip goes to 11, and this is the only one that we are not gonna be able to use. But if you want to add it onto any of the layouts as additional embellishment, why not? Again, this is 11, card 11. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, and then so that's 11. Okay, and then the last, oh, no, 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 no. This is for card 1. This is for card 1. Okay, and then the last is for card 11. All right, so as you can see, nothing is left but that tiny, tiny, okay, paper, which is this one. And it has been cut super fast. Okay, again, before I put in my next, okay, paper. Okay, so that's the last paper for, okay, that's paper F for KCC21. And I decided to use, all right, this one, this design, okay, a kind of retro looking shabby chic, right, pattern paper that is red with polka dot. Again, make sure that you have an inch margin on the top, from the top down, and then from the left. Okay, so you'll have that. So you'll put it on that square over there. Do I have excess paper over there? All right. So this is our last. Okay, this is our last 6x6 pattern paper that we will cut, and this is for paper F. Right? So again, Candace Card Challenge, you just need 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper to create 15 awesome cards. So what you do is, after cutting, you just put it in, specific baggies or containers. Some put it in envelopes. Some they use, transparent baggies or plastic. And then I use like trays. So whatever you have, you can use that. Okay, so now that I've prepared my paper F, okay, so let's go to Cricut Design Space. All right, so let's first remove this one. All right, so done. Okay, and then we will, okay, upload. Okay, and then we're gonna upload the image. Look for where you have it on your computer, and then now we're on the F. All right, continue, upload. Okay, and there you just say make. All right, again, you just have to put it, make sure that you put it the same place where you placed your paper on your mat, and then press continue. Okay, make sure that you use or you choose the kind of paper that you use. In my case, it's heavy cardstock, because that's a medium cardstock that I laminated so that it will have a specific texture or feel. And then
Now we go to our, okay, machine. Okay, just simply upload. All right, and then wait for it to, okay, let me see. Okay, when it starts blinking, okay, the Cricut symbol, okay, then it's going to start cutting. All right, so yes. Okay, Candace saying hi to Cordelia as well. Okay, I always say press play. Minus the play symbol. All right. Kendra, I just bought the SVG file. Woot woot. Anxious to try it on my Cricut. No, don't be anxious, Vicky. If you can do it right now, Can you do it, my friend? So if you have a question, I hopefully can answer and I can guide you through it. All right. Oh, is this snow, Cordelia? It's a two-way adhesive. Oh, okay, this one. If you attach while it's blue, it's permanent. If you let it air dry, then attach, it will be repositionable. I think, I'm not sure where I place it, but I do have that Zig pen. Did you say you laminated your paper? Yes, I did, because I like photo top. You know, photo tops are... I sometimes I can make my... If you watched our last live stream for Canvas Card, for the January Canvas Card Challenge live stream, I actually showed you how I phototop some of my papers. So I want it to be glitter. I want it to have like a matte canvas feel. I want it to have a leathery feel. So I put phototop. Okay, Stacy said, Linda, it's getting better. I think it was just a big learning curve as a beginner, especially me who is allergic to technology. Same here. Linda says, hi. All right, so my card, it stopped cutting. So let us unload. All right. And now we are going back to
Our space. All right, and check out. Okay, the comments. Cordelia said, my biggest gripe about the Scan and Cut is how quickly they lose their stick. Yes, I've heard about that, right? So that's why I said perfect, because remember last September we did count my washi tapes, and I have about 830 plus washi tapes. So it's okay. We will just washi tape all the sides of our paper. And I actually learned that early because I did use my brother's Scan and Cut to make stickers for my son for his comic club last December. And I realized that, oh my goodness, after several cuts, it won't stick anymore. So it's a good thing that I do have a lot of washi. So I just washi tape the sides, right? So there you go. And I do still have a lot of, I've never really played with my brother's Scan and Cut just yet. All right. So there you go. Okay. Okay. And so, oh, you also use the big Zig pen on hand. All right. So everybody, okay. Blossom, do you have all right, do you have an Amazon link for that? Right? So, oh, you've never used any for comparison. I've tried using the Cameo. I have the very first Cameo, right? And I also have the very, very first Crickets, right? So I have the ones with, the cartridges and all. So if you have seen some of my old videos, Craft Room Tour, you would see my collection. I'm crazy that way. Right? So, okay. So we are now on paper F. All right. So this big one, ta-da, is for card sketch number 14. Okay, so for those who are asking, probably watching on replay or just hopping on right now and lurking, I know because I do have a PDF file that I've downloaded for the Canvas Card Challenge 21. And you can also do that simply by going to Cards by Canvas Patreon. All the links, by the way, are in the description of this video. And you can download this for free. And then join also Canvas Card Challenge for free. Now, if you want additional challenges or other perks, definitely there's also options for that in the paid membership. And there is a shop if you just want, some of the things that you see. Like this is a bonus printable that I have over here. So next one is 12, 13, 14. Okay, this one is, okay, these two strips. Okay, this is for 13 and this is for 15. So the thicker one is 13, this is 15. All right, so let me get 13. The thicker one is 13. And then the thinner one is 15. And this one below, okay, is 15 as well. And the last one, which even has a fishtail on it, is number 13. See? Really, all you need to do is to put together your cards. Okay, the SVGs really is a game changer for me, right? And I hope that it will help you out as well if you, like me, always have an issue with cutting, as I tried doing more sets of Canvas Card Challenge, I became a better in terms of, not really too much paper surgery anymore. Okay, there you go. But of course, what is this one? Okay, where is the... Hold on, let me just bring also, because I am navigating through the shorts and the long form all at the same time, so I have to put all. Okay, so thank you so much for bearing with me. All right, and yay, Vicky from Canada. Okay, hold on. Why is the comment going over there right now? Okay, I have to tweak this one. Okay. I haven't invested in a scan and cut because of the cost of the mat. So I go through process of scanning with my printer, then upload to Design Space. Yeah, since you are very good already with Cricut, Linda, I might as well do that, right? It took me only last December, decades before I finally, got a brother's scan and cut. I was okay with my Cricut for the longest time. The only reason I got that is because during the pandemic, I volunteered to create face masks because it wasn't available, right? And as a crafter, we do have our machines. But since I created about 1,000 to 1,500 face masks using acetate every day for several, more than a month, the print and scan function of I have Cricut Expression. I have two Cricut Expression 2. I have two of those. I have a Maker 2. So, and then I destroyed all the print and scan function because the acetates would normally get stuck because the mats were no longer sticky. So we were using washi tapes on the sides, and my nannies were helping me. And sometimes they will pull it, right? So eventually, after several, meetings with customer service of Cricut, they told me, sorry, that part that it's like the sensor or something that is missing is not something that we can repair. So with that, you need to buy a new one. Therefore, no more print and scan and print and scan. There, no, print and cut. No more print and cut function for my Maker. So, but then my son needed to create stickers. So therefore, finally, a reason to get the brother's scan and cut. Yes, and of course, Kenjo saying hi to everybody. I have scan and cut, but I still manually cut my papers. All right, so what is happening? Why is it that after a long while... All right, so this is something that I might tell... Okay, I have to tell Ecamm. It's just that when let's say I put up a comment, and then after a while I don't what do you call this, or put it down. Normally if I just click on a new chat, it will just be replaced. But see, it doesn't. It has to be I have to get rid of the old one. I am glad you you came out with the SVGs. Same here, Linda. Guys, if you don't know anyone else who is doing Kenja's Card Challenge, and just like me and Linda, right? So who struggled a little bit with, cutting manually the papers. In my case, that's how I became a PhD in paper surgery, right? So I would often make a mistake in cutting my papers A to F. But no worries, because you can always put something at the back, put them together again, and cut them again, right? So again, PhD in paper surgery. But then if you do have a Brothers Cut and Cut, a Cameo, or a Cricut, then you have an option to actually get the SVGs. They are now 50% off till February 14 only on Cards by Kenja's Patreon shop. Again, links in the description, my friend. I do it so often, it's just as fast, but I definitely will be using it now since we have the mats and layers. So wait for that. I'm going to be working with the mats and layers in a bit. I've had my Cricut for years, but have never downloaded SVG files on it before. Only use files that are on it. Okay, Vicky, it's very easy. All you need to do is, okay, the next paper. Oh, I already finished with the paper A to F. All right, now the newest, okay, SVG in the SVG family for Kenja's Card Challenge is the mats and layers. Okay, again, of course, you can always manually do it. Okay, remember how we did it before? You have the sketch, you have the PDF, and then it tells you the mat. Okay, is this if there is a mat, okay? But what Kenja did for Kenja's Card Challenge 21 is that she even, went a little bit further in helping us. She understands that when we do our mats, sometimes we consume a lot of solid card stocks because we end up with pieces that are kind of small, that then sometimes too big or sometimes too small, so we put it aside for future use. But what Kenja did with Kenja's Card Challenge 21 is she created this mats and layers file, right? So there is again options for that. Okay, hold on, I'll show you. All right. Okay, let me just go back to this one. So let me see this one. All right. So there is an option. Okay. So for if it's just the mats and layers, cutting guides and PDF printable. So for cutting with the paper trimmer. Okay, so this is the manual one. Okay, originally $10, but until the 14th of February, it is going to be 50% off. So this is the perfect time for you to do this, right? So it's manual cutting, but then it will tell you how to really maximize the chosen cardstock of yours, so that just like what we do with paper F, very little parts that you will have to throw away or keep for future use. And then there is also the KCC21 Mats and Layers SVG, which is what I am using. And of course, it does come with a PDF bundle as well. And it's originally $14, but now is 50% off. All right, so there you go. Just make sure that when you do buy, you buy through your computer, because if you use the one in the app, I think they charge a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken, right, Kenja? So that's how you do it. All right. So now, what do we do? Okay, for the mats and layers. Okay, so let's go back to my mat. Okay, so for the mats and layers, so you have already, okay, so again, this is for those as well as for, for those who have not yet done Kenja's Card Challenge just yet, and for those who probably have not done, KCC in a while, right? And maybe you have forgotten a little, so just a refresher. So the mats, normally you will see that as well, okay, on the PDF that we download for free, right? So, but then, as I mentioned earlier, Kenja even made it more easier for us, more easier, redundant, easier for us. All right. So for this, if you want to, maximize your cardstock, hold on. Okay, I will just because I have cut the other paper already. All right. So just pretend. Okay. So all you need to actually prepare the mats and layers for your KCC21. Okay. Normally, I would use more than 10 or 9. Depends on, I even sometimes make a mistake more. But with the mats and layer guides and SVG files, you will only need three 8.5 by 11 or a letter size, okay, of a color, okay, cardstock. So let's call that cardstock A. All right, and then of course another coordinating cardstock. Let's call that cardstock B. Only one. All right, and then you have, okay, your third one, which is also just one piece. So in all, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces only to create 15 awesome cards. Isn't that awesome? Right? Of course, you still need your card bases, right? All right, so this is 8.5 by 11. Remember, for the 6 by 6 pattern paper, for our papers A to F, we needed to put our papers, okay, 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the left. And we ended up putting it down here, right? But this is an 8.5 by 11. All right. So the thing is, the cuts is exactly 8.5 by 11. Therefore, we should put our paper exactly where the margin is, right? So Cricut does have a 1/4 of an inch margin. Woo, come on. Okay, blurry. On each corner. All right. So what you're gonna do is, you see that white. Okay, so when I say Cricut puts a 1/4 of an inch border, that means from that white thing. Sorry about my manicure. It needs to be replaced, but I have no time, right? So that's the white one, That's where you start measuring, right? So a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so that would be over there. Okay, but make sure that when you do that, that all, okay, border, that it's not, it's like sometimes when we put our paper, right? So there it's a 1/4, but then you accidentally, it's not straight, right? So there should be a 1/4 of an inch on all the sides. All right. So again, I am using a Cricut. If you are not using a Cricut, okay, just make sure that you do know the border or the margin of your machine so that you can place it where that is. All right. So now I'm checking. All right. Correct. Okay. Okay, so another suggestion is, don't use the paper you intend to use immediately. All right, so go grab, maybe just a bond paper or a copy paper that's 8.5 by 11 to just, test it out first so that and do a test cut, so to speak. Right? So in everything, especially if it's new, I highly suggest that you do a test cut. All right, so there you go. And since this time around, I'm just using a cardstock, I don't need to make my my option heavy cardstock. Just medium cardstock will do. All right, so again, I cannot stress this enough that this really needs to be precise, as the paper cut SVG is really exactly for an 8.5 by 11. All right. So let me go back to this one just to make sure. Okay, correct. Okay, and this one. All right. Okay. And normally, after the first cut, you will have a kind of a mark on the paper already or on the mat. So you would know where to put it. Okay. So, of course, you have to make sure that your paper is perfectly okay set on the mat. And just to make sure, again, I put washi tape. If your mat is really not sticky anymore, I suggest that you put a washi tape, full on all the corners, just to make sure that your paper doesn't accidentally, move. Okay, so in this case, I am putting one on top, one on the sides, and then at the bottom as well. Okay, I am using washi so that it won't rip my paper. There you go. All right, so now let's go to the Cricut design space. Okay, and okay, so this time around, let's remove that. Okay, and let us upload. Okay, so instead of the SVG files, all right. So, oops, that one. The mats and layers. Okay, the mats and layers. All right, so let's do number 2. Okay, no, I already have 2. Okay, so the first one. Okay, so we need to cut 3 of these. Okay, just press continue, upload. Okay, make. All right, so this one, you don't need to change it because it's really on the corner already, right? So that's how we placed our paper. So yes, I'm gonna choose medium. Okay, and now let's go
To our machine. Okay, and load this. Again, this is for paper, card stock. Okay, Kenja has this labeled as card stock A. Again, my friends, this one you determine based on your color palette, okay, or the papers that you use. So you see now it's cutting. We have a 10% chance of snow here. Oh my, there's still snow. Up to when will there be snow? Okay, so where is the... Okay, I lost the comments again. Where is it going? Is it... I think if you have... Okay, so let me just go here. Okay, so although it's cutting, if you have the original Joy, these files are too big to use with Cricut. You must have either the Joy Extra, an Explore series, or Maker series machine. All right, so I've never tried this with Cricut Joy. Thank you so much, Linda, for that comment. And Blossom says, I buy mine from Office Supply when they put it on sale for $3.50 each. I buy 6 large and 2 packs of the 3-count small pens to keep with my diamond painting supplies. Thank you for the tips, my friends. And Stacy says, I mainly make my own designs for the Cricut. Oh my, you are an artist. And Stacy said, Zig pen ordered. Oh, that's where the comments went. All right, there you go. And the mask too. Okay, hold on. That is where all the comments went. Okay, hold on. I'm still getting used to this new setup of eCam. I have to tell them about, these comments. They're making me crazy. They're like going everywhere. I don't know where it is. Okay, there you go. Okay, then put it over the... Oops. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go. Oh, where did the comments on this side go? I placed it on the other side and then all right, and then Kendra, are you in the Panhandle? I asked because North Florida also, while we're going in the 20s tonight, no snow in our forecast. Oh, that would be nice, right? To have a little bit of a rest from the snow. Oh, no. Kendra is in a different location, but I still hope that you'll get a little bit of, break from the snow. Okay, there you go. For all of you, stay warm, okay? Stay safe and stay warm. Would be cool though, right? To have a little bit of a warmer weather. Okay, I think it already stopped cutting. All right, so let me just go and check. Okay, so all right, let's go
and check out our cut. All right, so this is our finished cut. Okay, so I will just remove my washi tapes. Again, you don't need to put a washi tape. It's just that I'm just making sure because my mat isn't new. So I don't want to have my, my cut get destroyed because my mat or my paper moved on the mat. Right? So there you go. Okay. Okay, there you go. It's just a little irritating to remove the washi. All right, so there you go. Okay. So let's start with, okay, let me see let me just open my mats, and again you will get a PDF mats and layers. Okay, just wanna okay, no, not the SVG. Hold on. Mats and layers. Oh, you know what? I actually have a printout of that one. All right. So let me see. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, I can't show it to you though. But trust me, it's there. It will be given to you. So that part, okay, when you see in the PDF that it's black, all right, so that means that this, okay, so make sure that when you download the PDF that comes with this one, that you read the instructions. Okay, Kendra did give us a very detailed instruction of how to go about this mats and layers. So that part, okay, so this part you will remove, okay? And then the next 4, 1, 2, although you can't see, all right, so you remove, okay, so you remove, okay, so you have 1, 2, okay, 3, and then you got 4. All right, so you will do this 2 more times because you need to cut this same paper. This is paper A. Cardstock A, not paper. Cardstock A 3 times using the same paper. And then you will have that strip on the side. So the lower one, according to the PDF, you can just, set apart. In this one, you can just, what do you call this? Put it aside and use for future projects. But this 2, okay, will be for card sketch number 3. All right, so that goes into card sketch number 3. All right, so what do I do now? Now I will just, okay, put my next paper again because I need to create 3 of this. Now remember, I had that washi tape. Now, in a way, that can now be my guide, right? As to where I will put my paper. So you will just measure once, and then the next time, you just follow where, your washi tape okay, remains. And so that means that is where your, okay, you should put your paper. Okay. Again, this is I'm a little bit OC with this because the measurements are truly exact. All right. Okay, just brayer away. I'm just brayering it just to make sure that the paper really sticks to, okay, on the mat. And sometimes I even do this, massage your paper a little bit like so, because we need to come up with 12 of these, right? And then I will just now put in, okay, my washi tapes. Okay, again, you don't need to. It's just that I'm very OC. I don't want the possibility of my papers moving. Okay, so I make sure that I put washi tape on the sides. Okay, not something that you need to do, but again, if your mat is a little not sticky anymore, okay, putting this onto the sides really would help to make sure that your paper doesn't move. All right, since I'm using the same sketch still or the same SVG,
all I need to do is to simply, put it back again. I didn't put done on the Cricut design space. I'll just feed this paper again and just press either play or the Cricut symbol, whatever it is or model you have. Okay, so there, it's gonna start cutting again. Oh wow, it's dangerous, right? I think it's dangerous when to drive when there's snow, right? I have never tried driving in snow. Driving without snow is hard enough for me to drive in snowy weather. If you are from the tropics, that would be a struggle for sure. So I think it's best that people stay in, right? So when it's this kind of, this kind of weather. Okay, let me see. So, true. All right. Yes. So mats and layers are a separate purchase. Yes. Yes, Linda. So the first one
would be the 6x6, right? And then, but it's also discounted right now. No, is it discounted? Hold on, let me just double check that. But I think, okay, hold on. All right, so it said it's already done, but let me just go just to make sure. Anyway, Kendra is there just in case I make a mistake. Oh, there. So it's the mats and layers. Okay. Okay, for manual cutting, and then you have, okay. So how about the oh, the SVG cutting files is $8. All right. So this one is not on sale. All right. So the ones on sale are the mats and layers, my friends. All right. So the mats and layers are 50% off. But for the papers A to F, okay, it is only $7.99. All right. So there you go. So it's really a steal. Okay, so let us
go back and it stopped. Okay, so I can now remove. So one more cut of this same paper and we are done with paper. Why do I keep saying paper? Cardstock A. All right, so we are done with cardstock A. All right. So I'm really doing this, what do you call this, live, right? So that I can show you. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, wrong camera. All right, so we just need the 4 of this. Okay. Okay, my washi tapes. All right, so my washi tapes, I need to remove my washi tapes. Okay. Okay, it's really zoomed in though, right? So there you go. Okay. It's the washi tapes. I need to remove my washi tapes. All right, and then this one. 3. Okay, again, make sure that you read the notes that come with the file when you buy it. So now we have 4, 8. So this and it will also tell you where each of this will go, and I'll show you after I've got the third one. All right, so don't worry, everything has been, spelled out and prepared for us by Kendra. So we just really need to follow the instruction, okay, that she has set forth. Okay, so I'm just trying to clean, making sure that everything is okay. Finally, the last of the paper A. Okay, making sure that it's just one. So this is the last of the paper A that I'm gonna cut, so that we will end up with 12. Okay, 12 pieces of 4 and a quarter. 4 by 5 and a quarter rather. All right, 4 and 1 by a quarter. All right. Okay, so this is the last of cardstock A. Okay, and then I will tell you where are you going to put that. Although I already showed you the strip of paper earlier on. So whatever you are not you don't use, you can always, since it's our colored cardstocks, you can always use them for other projects, right? But imagine having to have, cut all those papers super fast because of the SVG files. It's just really, we have to give, kudos to Kendra, because this wasn't easy, right? So she really had a lot of, spent a lot of time making sure that everything is perfect. And yes, hopefully everybody finds it very useful, right? So let us go back.
Back again, since I have not pressed done in Cricut. So again, all I need to do is just put it in, load it, and just press Cricut cut. Okay, okay, it is not blinking yes yet. Okay, there you go. All right, so it now is feeding. All right, and okay. Okay, so yes, Kendra said yes. So do I always need to put in the chat like this? I really need to ask Ecam about this, because this is way too hard if I always have to do that. All right, and KCC, see? I have to remove the first one. Yes, Linda, January to March. So you can join once every month, one set every month, right? So if you don't remember how to do it, I need to take a photo of all the 15 cards in one photo, upload that to the InLinks, what do you call this? InLinks link. There is a specific QR code that you can use in the PDF that comes with a PDF that you downloaded for free. Now, if you also want to be featured during the raffle, right, your work to be featured, upload that in the KCC, Okay, Candace Card Challenge Facebook group. All right. So again, once every quarter, my friends. Yes. Yes, Candace said yes. It doesn't give me 6 by 6 paper size option. Where, Vicky? Oh, it's okay. It will give. Okay, I'll show you, Vicky.
Vicky. All right. So let me see. Hold on. Let me just go grab. Okay, you don't need to. You don't need to. Okay, look at, in my case, it's just 12 by 12. All right. So finally, I will say done to this because I am done. Okay. Okay. So now I will just remove this. Okay. So when I was, okay. So when I was loading Vicky,
Okay.
so here. So when I am doing my cut, okay, so let me just close this one first and let me upload the last one. I've already done number 2 earlier on. Okay, but I will do 3. Okay. Because the thing is, I ran out of that specific paper. Okay, so if you can see, and then I press make, right? Okay, so you see material size 12 by 12. Okay, I don't, okay, you can just do 12 by 12. Okay, that's fine. And automatically, right, as I mentioned, just make sure that your paper, okay, when you prepare it, okay, it has to be, you place it on, okay, oops, my machine is trying to connect. Because I am, my machine is far, so I'm using Wi-Fi. So hopefully it didn't get disconnected. Okay. And at that, I am still connected. Am I connected? Okay. Oops. Oh, I think, Vicky, do you have the Joy or you have, I think Vicky has the regular maker. I think it was Jay who had the regular, who had the regular Joy. Okay, what happened? Try again. Why it won't connect? Come on, machine. Oh no, last minute it won't connect. Let me see. I will just turn on and off my machine. Okay. Maybe I just needed to reset. Okay. So after just clicking make, what is happening with my connection? Oh no. All right. Kendra said, okay, where is this? All right. Okay, that there are 3 new items. Okay. In the shop. One is just a PDF. Just a PDF. So this one you will do manual cutting. Oh my goodness, it won't connect. The ultimate bundle that has all SGVs. Oh, that's why it's a little bit more expensive, that one. All right, got it. All right, so I hope that's clear, guys. All right. Okay, hold on. For those on shorts, I am trying to figure this thing out. Oh my goodness, I have to tell Ecamm about this feature. Okay, it's making a mess of all my layouts. All right, let me see. Let's try again. Why is it not working? Suddenly, it won't connect. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we will try. We'll continue to try. I cannot, yes, it's connected. Woo! See, try and try and try. All right, so this is medium cardstock. Okay, so now we are ready for that. But first, let's load our mat. Okay, so first, let's unload our mat. Okay, so first, let us remove the 12 pieces of, it's just that again, I am putting a washi tape. So I do need to remove my washi tapes because I need to show you what to do with all of these cut. Okay. So the washi tapes that you have, I mean the washi tapes, the papers that you have cut, I'll show you. All right. So again, the excess papers, you just keep for future use. All right. Clean my mat in a little bit. Okay. So now this is, all right. So now I have, okay, I have cut the 3 pieces, right? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, what do I do with this? Right? So, the first 2 strips, the first cut, I already placed in, what do you call this? Card sketch number 3. So, for this, what I do is, for card sketch 1 to 5, I will put 1 each. So, I will put 1 in card 1, card 2, okay, and then I will put another one in 3, in 4, in 5, okay, and then I will skip 6, again according to the PDF, I'll skip 6, and then I will put again in 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I have 2 pieces left of 4 by 5 and a quarter, which I will put in sketch number 13. Okay, so we skip 12. So 13, we skip 14. And then the last one will go to sketch number 15. All right, so now you're done with cardstock A. All right, so the next thing you need is, or the next thing you need to cut is cardstock B. Okay, which I already did, and if you can see this one, this is the color of cardstock B. Again, just one of that, okay? And I'll show you cardstock C. All right, so we'll go back to my mat. All right. Again, it's still an 8.5 by 11. So all the mats and layers are 8.5 by 11 starting size. Okay. So the pattern papers are 6 by 6. All right. So the next one I'm going to be using is this one. Okay. This is my cardstock C. All right. And you only need one of these, one paper. Okay, so I will just make sure again that you have a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so now I'm no longer measuring because I've already measured one time, and I have, after cutting with the washi tape, okay, that washi tape now is now my guide. Okay, and so it's there. So now I have a 1/4 of an inch border on all the sides. Hold on, where is my ruler? So I can show. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is my third. This is my third one. I have lost the 2. Okay, making sure that on all the sides, I have a quarter of an inch. Quarter of an inch. All right. Okay, now I'm just going to put, okay, washi tape. Okay, it's blurry. All right. This part, I just, again, you don't need to do it. I just want to, because just to make sure that, because my mat is not new. And so I don't want my paper to suddenly move halfway through the cutting, right? So there you go.
Oop, oop, oop.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I lost you all. Okay, whoop.
All right, hold on. Okay, my power. Okay, I lost power. So all my, okay, my whole setup somehow got messed up. So give me just a few, my friends. I'll just put them all back where they're supposed to be. Okay, it got moved. Okay, I don't know what happened. Was it a power fluctuation or something? I have no idea. All right, so okay, just putting this over there. Okay. I don't know. Did you lose me? Okay, for a while. All right. So, oh, you have air 2. Okay, yeah. So air 2 is okay. Hi, Christy. Yes, see you on MCA in a bit. Right? So that is gonna be in a few hours from now. Okay, I'm gonna do with what Andrea does. No sleep. Right? And I know Irene is leading us this time. Sweet Kanjo, we'll go check them out later after Lala is done. Thank you. My goodness, what is happening to all my what do you call this? My comments. Hi, Christy. Oh, there. It's working now. Yes, thank you, Stacy. And yes, here's the link to the ultimate bundle in the Patreon shop. There you go. Yes, the ultimate bundle is originally $14, but now it's just $7 for these mats and layers. So imagine, instead of using so many, card stocks for the mats and layers, now you just need 5. 3 for the initial color, and then another for cardstock 2, and just 1 for cardstock 3. All right, I'll show you. All right, so this one, let's cut.
All right, so first,
Okay, because I've already, okay, did we?
all right, then now let's go and put this in. All right. I had a bit of a power failure. I hope that didn't mess up. Okay. Oh, I forgot to press the cut. All right, there you go. All right, so now it's going to start cutting. Okay, this is cardstock C. Okay, Vicky said, I just cut plain white and put it on first to try to make sure it's cutting. Yay! Congratulations, Vicky! I'm so happy you got it working. And you love it. Yes, Vicky, if you do have questions, just message me or message Kendra, in Kendra's Card Challenge in the Facebook group. All right, so we would love to hear from you. Yay, it works great. I'm so happy. Congratulations, Vicky. Right, so I hope that you also try out the mats and layers. I'm just checking it out. Looks good. All right. So remember, we cut paper A to F. There are circles, there's squares, there's strips and stuff. So having this mats and layers to accompany our papers A to F is really amazing. Very welcome, Vicky, and I'm happy that you got it to work. All right, and Blossom said, oh, it's time to work, Blossom. You have to finish decluttering the storage unit, and then I'll be decluttering my home too just before the spring cleaning. You know what, Blossom? I love watching videos about this, right? So it would be so fun if you could, we could be there decluttering along you. Hi, Barbara. Oh, you're out of town. Take care. Hope there's no snow wherever you are. Just drive safely. Enjoy. It is on sale. Yes, Barbara. Only the new shop items, which are the mats and layers, SVGs, and the one that has the instructions for the cutting file. Yes, the original, okay, just making sure the original SVGs, those are your 6x6. Yes, that went on sale when it was launched last year. And Vicky figured it out. I figured it out. Woohoo! I'm so happy, Vicky. Yes, if you do have other questions, my friend, okay, just, we would love to. And if you have also suggestions, yes, we would love to hear from you all. Thank you, Barbara. Enjoy your trip wherever it is. Okay. And, okay, this is a very important, my friends. Let me just make this bigger. This new setup for the chat is killing me. All right. So just make sure, take note, cardstock 3 is the one that cuts all the strips for sentiments. So you will want it to be light enough so you can stamp on it. All right, so I did very dark one, but it's okay. All right, but that's a great tip, guys. Great tip. So maybe my cardstock 2 should have been my cardstock 3. But let's see, because you will see what it would look like in the end. All right, hold on. Okay. So that's a great one. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, make sure that you read the very first page of the mats and layers when you download it, because Kendra does have several more tips for you for that one. Okay, hold on. Now let's go back because I think it stopped cutting. All right. Okay. Okay.
Let's go back. All right. Okay. Let's just remove my washi tapes. My washi tapes. All right. All right. So again, all the newest releases are okay. Let me just go back to that one. So for those who are watching just right now, yes, so the cutting files for the papers A to F for Candace Card Challenge 21 is $7.99. And if you want also for the previous ones, it's in the shop. Okay. And then for the newest SVG, okay, it is, hold on, let me just remove the chat. Okay, it is the one that's 50% off till Feb 14, and that's the mats and layers cutting guides PDF printable. Okay, so for cutting with a paper trimmer, so manual cutting. Okay, but you also want to just use 5 pieces of cardstocks, then you can just download this one, originally $10, but now it's just $5. Remember, it's not gonna last forever, so it's just a few days till the 14th. So tell our other friends if they're not here right now. All right, and then the other one is the mats and layers cutting guides that has PDF and the SVG files. Right, so this is for the Cricut, for the Scan and Cut, and the Silhouette Cameo cutting machines. All right. So if you have any of those, then this will work for your machine. All right. So there you go. Congratulations again, dear Vicky, for making it work. I'm super happy. All right. So now, okay. So this is cardstock 3. Okay, I was saying cardstock A, B. No, it's cardstock 1, 2, 3. It's paper A to F, cardstock 1, 2, and 3. All right. All right. So the first strip goes to card number 1. Okay, hold on. Let me just, because I made it 15, 14. Okay, let me just make it the right arrangement. 12, 11, 10, 9. All right, and let's do the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's start. Okay. So for this strip, okay, let's start top to bottom, okay? Left and right. Okay, so this one goes to, okay, card number 1. Okay, so this paper is a little bit fibrous. Okay, so again, depending on your paper, okay, you might need to tweak your pressure. So this one I said medium, what do you call this? Medium cardstock, but it's I forgot that this is fibrous. All right, so okay, I should have added a little bit more pressure, but that's fine. All right, so this is for, okay, let me see this one. This is for card sketch 1. All right, and this one is for card sketch 11. That's 11. And then this is for card sketch number, okay. All right, so okay, card sketch 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's why I said make sure you test cut first, because depend on the paper that you're using, you might need to tweak the pressure. So 6, and then for this one, this is 10. Okay, this is 10. All right. Okay, 7, 6, and this is 10. All right, so okay, so it's already cut, but there are parts of it that weren't cut. Okay, so again, it's on my setting. So this is number 10. 7, 8, 9. So number 10. Okay, and then this is number 2. Okay, so this is number 2. Okay, I think I don't like this paper. Okay, this is number 2. Okay, where is 2? Okay, here is number 2. And then number 12. Okay, so okay, hold on. Okay, so this is number 14. This is 14. Where is 14? Okay, so that was 14. All right, and then now the circle. Okay, so you have this circle. It goes to number 13. All right, 10, 11, 12, 13. There you go. It's number 13. Okay, and then you have those strips again based on the sketch. All right, so that's not gonna be used. All right, so you can use that for others. So this goes to number 5. Okay, so there's number 5. All right. So again, this is the one that okay, hold on. This one pa. This is number 12. Okay, this is number 12. Okay, so all right. So that's number 12. And number 12, 10, 11, 12 goes over here on this one. Okay, and then you now have, okay, so this now are all for sentiments. All right, so we'll just remove that because that one you won't need. Okay, so, and then this one is sentiment, 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 sentiment. All right, so sentiment. Okay, and then sentiment. Okay. Oh, look at that. Very fibrous. Okay. Okay, let me see. So that is for sentiment. Sentiment. So I'll put that over there. And then next, these are, okay, this is 14, 14. Okay, so this 4 strips over here. All right, so this will go to card sketch number 14. All right, so let me just, okay, I didn't check. Okay, remember Linda's suggestion earlier on? Check your cuts first, okay? If you see that it didn't cut completely, don't unload yet the mat and then just press cut again, or the Cricut symbol or the play symbol, so that it would cut. Okay, it's just this one, so we'll just make it a clean sweep. Okay. Let me see. All right, so you have this 4 strips. All right, and this 4 strips goes to number 14. 12, 13, 14. Where's 14? All right, so over there. There. All right, and then, okay, and then the next one will be, all right, this square. All right, so this square goes to number 9. Okay, where's 9? 8, 6, 7, 8. Here's 9. 10. All right, and then the circle here goes to 15. All right, so let's just clean the circle cut. Okay, see, it's already cut. It's just that there are, yeah, those. Okay, this goes to, okay, hold on, this one, 15. Where's 15? 14, 15. All right, and then this one, another circle goes to 30. Okay, let's do this one first because it's already being removed. So you have this 10. Okay, and then this one at the bottom is also 10. Okay, and then that strip, there's this strip at the bottom. Okay, that one you won't need. Okay, so anyway, this 2 is number 10. Okay, so it's like the same when we're doing our papers A to F. Okay, just follow. Okay, what is in the sketch? Okay, so this is, all right, so what is left? Okay, so this one, according to the sketch, this part at the bottom, sorry, you weren't able to see. Okay, that one you won't need. Okay, you can put that aside. All right, and then this one, so it looks like that, right? So we already removed the 10 and the 10. So this 2, actually, you don't need anymore as well. I'll show you what cuts we weren't able or you don't really need. Okay, so you will see that you can actually still use those. All right, so this circle, oh my, this circle didn't really cut too well. As you've seen, we are able to cut papers A to F, and then cardstock 1. Okay, no worries, because the paper we used there was okay. This one, the paper is a little bit, I forgot that it's fibrous, so that I should have made it, instead of medium cardstock, maybe I should have made it heavier, or maybe just increase the what do you call that, the pressure a little bit. So I'll probably redo this one. Anyway, Kendra suggested, what do you call that? A lighter color. All right, so that's 13. All right, and then you have 7. All right, so this 2 you don't need. All right, so this 2. All right, you will need. All right. Ching, this is for 7. Okay, and then what else? Okay, we're able to get that. And then for number, 14. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, so 11, and then where's the 14? Oh, I've already placed it. Oh yeah, it's there now. Okay. All right, so this 2. All right, so you don't need any more. All right. Okay, so that is that one. So now, okay, I will show you how I will put it together. Okay, so now that you have cut all your, your mats, you just need to make sure you clean this. So these are the only strips, okay, that I won't be needing, okay, from the cardstock number 3. Okay, so for the cardstock number 2, there is actually very little, less than this. All right, so okay, let's just put together just maybe one card so you will see. Okay, so and then I will do another live stream where I will do the rest. Okay, so let's just do one because this has been quite long already, right? So basically this is what you have. All right, so these are the papers. So let me have, oh yeah, there you go. Okay, these are the papers that we have cut using the SVGs that we have. All right, let me just get a card stock. I mean a card base, and this is the card base. All right, so let me just go check. All right, hold on. Okay, Vicky. So what happened to Vicky? Some reason the second paper I put on the exact same way and it cut to the left of it, so lost some of my pieces. All right. Okay, so this is probably what happened, Vicky. I'll show you because I've experienced it many times. All right, I'll show you. Okay, so okay, and then Cricut. Okay. All right. So when you placed, all right, where is that? Okay, here. So normally when you place your paper, okay, so Vicky is doing the 6x6, right? So let me get a 6x6. Hold on. All right. All right. So when you do the 6x6, right? So you said you placed it in the same spot, right? So let's just remove the washi tapes. All right. So you placed it in the same spot, right? Yes. That's correct. Correct? But, okay. Maybe what happened, Vicky, was you placed it there. It's correct, right? Okay. And then, you go to Cricut Design Space. Okay, Cricut Design Space. All right. And then, okay, let me see. Okay. Let us upload first, let's say, paper A. All right. So, you were here, right? Paper A. Okay, and then you start make, right? So this part, what happened, Vicky, is this part. So though you placed it on the same spot, right? You placed it on the same spot. That's correct. But when you went to the Cricut Design Space and say cut, remember this one, you need to also move so that it is like where your paper is. Okay? Remember. Okay, otherwise, if you did not, it will default to its original position. And remember, your paper is on this position. So really, you will have wrong cut. So you gotta move this, okay, so that it will have the same location as the paper that you have placed on the mat. And then you click continue, and then just choose the kind of paper that you want, and then continue on. All right. So, Vicky, I hope that's clear, right? So, you did put it on the same place, correct? But make sure that when you go to the Cricut design space, all right, so before, are you sure you want to cancel? Yes. So that it would look like that, right? So before you press continue, that you have also aligned this the same way, okay, you have your paper on your mat. Otherwise, it will not cut the same. So it will cut this way instead of cutting it this way. As I said, the SVG files are exactly 8.5 by 11 for the cardstock 1 to 3, and then the papers A to F are exactly 6 by 6. All right. So, and then press continue. All right. So I hope that's clear, Vicky. Don't worry, Vicky. I have done that many times over as well. I forget. All right. So hopefully, just make sure. And then if it's the 8.5 by 11, my friends, okay, this one, you don't need to change the one on the Cricut design space because it's default. It will really cut that way, right? But on the mat, make sure that you have a quarter of an inch there and a quarter of an inch on top. This is for the cardstock 1, 2, 3. If it's the 6 by 6 on the mat, make sure that you have a 1 inch on top and 1 inch to the left. Okay, also on the Cricut design space. But for the 8.5 and 11, it defaults to that already. So just the paper on your mat. Once you got that, down pat, then everything is awesome and easy. All right. And Kendra said she'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, Vicky, I hope that you got that, my friend. Okay, if you still have, or if you're still gonna have an issue, message me, my friend, right? Message me and I'll, gladly, hopefully can help out. Okay, again, all right, so there, oh, no, I have to assemble one. Okay, that's us. Okay, so this is the one, right? All right, so for the first card, let me just pull up my PDF file for the KCC21. All right, so for the card sketch number 1, all right, so you will need to, put that. All right, and then you need to put this. This is my from the B. All right, and then you need to put that. Okay, and then I need to put this one. All right. Okay, hold on. Just a little bit of. Okay, there you go. And I will attach it like so. All right, and this will be for my sentiment. Okay, it will be like that. Okay. The reason I chose that because some of my papers have that kind of dark red. All right, so I will put it together. Where's my glue? Okay. All right, and let me just get some. Okay, I've already pre-cut some sentiments over here, right? So I will just kind of choose which one. Maybe with love. I think that's perfect over there. Right? And then maybe, this, what do I put over there? All right, since this is Valentine's Day, I even want to put a little bit of, that diamond thingy. So maybe I want to put that diamond thingy over there. Yes, there you go. And then I will just cut. Okay. Again, this is just a thing I wanted. You don't need to. Okay, because the sketch is just that, and you're good to go. It's just that I wanted to add dimension onto that instead of stamping or inking. I find that, something like that, that's a die cut. All right, so I want to put that in. All right, so for those who are new to the challenge, right, so there's a sketch, there's a suggested sketch that you can follow exactly to the T, or you can tweak. Okay, sometimes if you want to add more elements, absolutely. Especially now that we have this SVG file and you have everything that you need to actually put it together, the very basic ones. Now, anything else in between is totally up to you. If you want to tweak it, you want to make it, add some more. Oh, you can't see. Sorry, my friends. All right, so there you go. This very intricate design. Okay, I will just do one card because we've been here a long time. Again, I just really wanted to focus on the newest, addition to the KCC family, which is our mats and layers guides. There's a one for manual, with a paper trimmer, and one that is for if you have an electric cutting machine. All right, so there you go. And then I will cover it with this one. Right? So isn't that gorgeous? So I love the added feel and texture. Okay, that die cut somehow added to our already awesome sketch. How Kendra comes out with all of these sketches, quarter in and quarter out is beyond me. It's just, truly amazing. And we're super grateful to Kendra and to all of the Patreons who support, paid Patreons who support Kendra's Card Challenge. It is really, truly with your support that Kendra is able to continue on with the challenge. And your help, your monthly subscription to the paid tiers really is super awesome. Okay, because it keeps the rest of the challenge free for everybody, right? But in return, Kendra does give the paid patrons on different tiers, additional perks as her way of saying thank you for supporting the challenge. All right, so there goes. Right, so if you don't want to stamp, in my case, I will be using this cute, what do you call this? Where are my tweezers? That's the thing. I got arrived, and I think I have not yet unpacked some of my tools, so I can't find my tweezers. So I'll have to use my hand for this. Okay, it's a good thing that the centum is kind of long, so there's actually a part where I can really hold on to it. Okay, there you go. This is with love. Of course, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, as well as New Year's, Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year is celebrated here in the Philippines. And that somehow is it's on the 16th, I think. So there you go. So there's a lot of festivities, coming soon here for us. All right, so there you go. And then let's lift that up with a little bit of foam. Hold on. Okay,
Let me see. Oh, go. All right. Sorry about
That I had to just get some foam tape so that I can lift this a little bit. Okay, and then have a little bit of a depth. So we'll have the depth and the texture. Again, only if you like, in my case, I always love, having dimensions in my cards. So I know that's a little bit more expensive to ship, right? Or to send. All right. So there you go. Just, what do you call that? Low profile. Yes, there you go. All right. And then let me see the sketch. So a little bit towards there. And there you go. And there is our card sketch. Our card number 1. Okay. Nothing manually cut. Everything I cut using, okay, my Cricut Maker 2. Okay. So the mats and the layers and the paper A to F. Right? So except for the sentiments, which I already have pre-cut and prepared earlier on. So for this weekend, I'm not sure if we will be able to push through me and Jay for our faith journaling. But if not, okay, expect me to, finish off the other cards. Right? So, of course, before I leave, I just want you to show you what happened over the weekend, last weekend. So I was there Sunday to Wednesday. So these are my friends who were with me, and we crafted for almost 2 days. This was, I think, dinner, right? And of course, all right. So please join us later. Hold on. Where is that? Whoops. Okay, I am looking for... Okay, what am I doing? Where is it? Okay, hold on, where is that? Okay, I think I should cover. Okay, there you go. I should cover everything. No. Oh my goodness, I am really struggling with this new setup. All right, yes. So of course, there's going to be the live for the month of Feb, and it's gonna be I think 9. Not sure. Just check out our already posted in the YouTube. Of course, Lynn is hosting us, but of course, it will be Kendra, me, and Sean of Manly Made Minute. Okay. And then, of course, Kendra, Cards by Kendra. Lynn is LV Handcrafted. And yours truly is Mummy Guide Inc. Again, please don't forget to
Like and hit that subscribe
button if you are not yet subscribed to that channel. Okay, let me see. What did Vicky say? I have to put the paper a quarter from edge for it to work. Not sure why it worked the first time when I put it on the one like you said. Yes. So as I mentioned, Vicky, sometimes we put it the same way, but the part where we have, hold on, here in the Cricut design space, when we say, okay, make, right? So this one, it's still there, right? So what happened is, if you have it there, then you can use this, but you have to make sure that when you place the card, the 6x6 or the paper on your mat, it has to have a quarter of an inch also on the top and the bottom, right? So that if you do that, then, okay, this will be as is, okay? So you either put it on the mat this way, or you put it on the mat this way with a quarter of an inch border. So whatever you feel is easier for you. It's just, this is harder. Okay, but for the 8.5 by 11, we don't have a choice. But this is a quarter of an inch because that's the default of Cricut. You cannot really put it, see, even if we try, we cannot put it to the side, to the corner, right? So you have to put your paper either a quarter of an inch top and to the top and left, or you put it this way. But make sure that where you put the mat on the design space is where you also, you put the paper on the mat, okay, is the same way you put the paper on the Cricut design space. So if your paper is like here on your mat, then you put it also over here. So what if your mat somehow is not sticky here anymore? So you want to put your paper instead over here. Make sure that your paper is really on this spot or on this side. See, sometimes your paper isn't sticky and here anymore because this is the place you always use it, right? So you can put it on this side. Just make sure that if it's on this side, you put a quarter there of an inch, or you put it on the 1 inch over here or 1 inch over there, right? So just wherever you put your paper is the same place you put it in your Cricut design space. Just make sure that they match. Otherwise, you'll really have wrong cuts. All right? So I hope that that is clear, and I will try to demonstrate that next time exactly what happens if you put the mat in a different place and then in your Cricut design space, they didn't match. So you will have a different cut. All right, so let me check on the other. Okay, Vicky, just play with it. Okay, and I'm sure you are going to love it as well. Yes, and don't worry, Vicky, because that's what I also do wrong all the time, right? So it happens to the best of us. Sometimes it's just that, oh, I forgot. Okay, it's like sometimes, I want to tweak it because as you see, my mats are not new. So it's not sticky here anymore. So I placed my paper down below, and I forgot that I have to also put my paper on the Cricut design space mat the same place. Otherwise, it won't cut properly, right? All right. Thank you, Vicky, for joining and for really, cutting your papers alongside us. Absolutely. And if you need more clarifications, my friends, we would love to help you out with that. Right? So just post your questions in the Cards by Kenja Facebook group. If you don't know yet that there is a Facebook group, yes, there is. It's free to join. Just answer some security questions that you will obey the rules and you're in. All right. So with that, okay, that is my live stream for today. I just did one card because if I will assemble all the 15 cards, it's gonna take me probably another 1.5 hours. All right, but it's so easy, right? I just really wanted to show you exactly. Sometimes it can take you days to finish the preparations, right? So again, Can You Card Challenge, again, you have a month, right? If you want to do a monthly submission, or you have a quarter, right? So no rush. But then if you are a very busy person and you just really want to do the challenge but you don't have time, this might be even, super helpful for you. Hold on. Yes, very welcome, Kendra. Thank you so much again for dropping by. Again, just a last push, because maybe you weren't here earlier and you didn't see, okay, that, hold on. All right, there you go. Okay, why are we in the notifications? Okay, let me see. We have to be on this one. Let's go to the shop. Okay. Let's go to Kendra. All right. And then you go to the shop. Again, the original SVG files, meaning that's for paper A to F. There is also an SVG file, my friends, right? So it's just $7.99. And if you are just coming in, I actually show you exactly how you can cut those with this SVG files with the Cricut Maker or with the Cricut. All right. And then also some of our friends did have some, hacks that you can use as well. And then here, just a special promo. We have a 50% off on the newest offering for Kendra's Card Challenge, and that's the Mats and Layers. So the Mats and Layers cutting guides with a PDF printable for paper trimmer. So if you still want to use your paper trimmer, no worries, and become what do you call this? Like me, right? So I am a PhD in paper surgery. No, just kidding. I'm sure a lot of you are good at this, right? So this is your preferred way of cutting your mats and layers, right? So Kendra has made it possible for us to even make it easier and do not use up a lot of card stocks. So this is only right now $5 to until Feb 14. All right, so 50% off right now. Another 50% off is the Kendra's Card Challenge 21 Mats and Layers SVG and the PDF bundle. And that's what I actually used today. All right, so with that, okay, my dear friends, again, please. All right, hold on. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. If you want more Kendra's Card Challenge videos here on the channel and live streams as well as other crafting stuff, right? And of course, don't forget to share and hit that like button and the notification bell as well, so you don't miss up on anything, whether I do live streams, videos, or shorts. All right, so with that, thank you so much again, my friends. Have a great rest of the day or night wherever you are in the world. Stay warm, my friends. See you again on Saturday. Oh, by the way, later, for those who are going to be joining the Mr. Craft Along at LV Handcrafted's channel, I'll be part of those who are gonna do it live. Okay, bye.